Hi, welcome back to BuonaPappa. Today we're going to prepare together semolina flour gnocchi with fresh tomato sauce. It's a super healthy and summery recipe that, thanks to the semolina flour, will be very creamy and perfect for kids. Let's start together with our recipe. First thing to do, we're going to prepare our fresh homemade tomato sauce. Super easy, super simple. If you want, you can always buy a good quality jar of tomato sauce at the grocery store, but the homemade one, it's a totally different world. So let's chop together two nice, ripe, gorgeous tomatoes in tiny pieces. We are going to turn the heat on at minimum, and we are going to add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil in a small frying pan. After 30-40 seconds, when the oil is warm, we're going to add our fresh tomatoes and adjust with a pinch of salt. Stir and let the tomatoes cook slowly and nicely from 8 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we can prepare our semolina gnocchi. In a tall saucepan, I'm going to add my milk. I'm going to turn the heat on at medium. When the milk is almost boiling, it means that you will see tiny bubbles all around the surface. It's time to turn the heat off. Add the sweet paprika and a pinch of salt, stir with a whisk, and then slowly add the semolina flour. Keep whisking because you do not want any grain to be formed. In no time, less than 3 minutes, you will have a nice and creamy semolina mix. It's time to add the egg yolk, and if you see that the semolina mix is too thick, you can always add at this point some more milk. Let's place our semolina mix in a nice rectangular shaped Pyrex pan that I previously sprayed with some oil. I'm going to flatten the surface of the semolina, and I'm going to let the semolina cool down and get firm for 40 minutes. If you do not have 40 minutes, you can always place the semolina in the fridge for half time. It works. I'm going to take a ceramic baking pan, and I'm going to place my fresh tomato sauce at the bottom of the pan. Meanwhile, the semolina is ready. I'm going to flip the semolina on a flat surface, and with tiny beautiful cookie cutters, I'm going to cut a lot of different size stars. And I'm going to place my semolina stars on top of the tomato sauce, creating a nice red sky. Last touch. Let's sprinkle some grated Parmesan cheese on top of each star and just drizzle just a tiny touch of extra virgin olive oil on top of my sky. The oven is already preheated at 400 degrees. I'm going to bake my semolina gnocchi in the oven for 20 minutes, and I'm going to broil for an extra 5 minutes so that the Parmesan cheese will melt, forming a nice golden crust. And voila, my semolina flour gnocchi with fresh tomato sauce are ready to be enjoyed. This is a creative way to offer semolina gnocchi to your family, and I'm sure they will love it. Please leave me comments in the area below, and we're going to see each other next week with another recipe from BuonaPappa. And as always, buona pappa a tutti! Ciao!